From the 250XCW to the 250X from Honda, it's finally time to give this thing a review, let you know how I feel about it after it's been uncorked. We still got the stock exhaust on there, but it's jetted. We did the airbox mod, and it brought this thing to life. Now, I gotta use those pegs. He has those swivel pegs on here, and it just feels nuts. So what gear am I in right now? That was third, man, and that felt good. This bike is also equipped with the auto clutch, for those of you that remember. Dude, this thing is a tractor. I'm not used to the engine braking, man, hopping off of that two-stroke. I love this bike. I love everything about the bike. The power delivery, the way it just tractors along. And then when you add the Rekluse on top of that, it really just transforms this four-stroke into a usable piece of equipment on trails like this. No, these aren't super tight trails, but if you do get into the super tight stuff, you have that Rekluse clutch to make it easier not to stall, because that's the biggest thing with these four-strokes is the flaming out issues they have at low speeds. So with added Rekluse, it's a game changer. And I'm really happy for Jeff, and I hope he keeps this for a while, because honestly, like I say, every time for a four-stroke, why would you want anything else? The only thing I would consider owning newer at this point would probably be a YZ250FX. They kind of nailed it for more of the trail riding four-stroke enthusiast, and a lot of the other competition just isn't up to par. But Yamaha's doing the right thing. I hope they keep that going, get it fine-tuned even more. At some point, Slobodan potentially is going to loan me his 250FX to do some ride and review action with it, and I'm looking forward to that, because that is a bike that I really would consider owning someday. It's nice to have the two-stroke, but ideally, when you're doing stuff like this, it's really nice to have two bikes. When you ride every weekend like this, it's hard to keep up with the maintenance, so at some point, I would like to add another four-stroke to the mix, but for now, that KTM is keeping me happy. Right in front of us, we got a Sherco 300. That bike was fun. I would probably take the KTM over that just because I'm comfortable on it, but... Everyone back there? I don't know. Dude, I'm just flying and then I'm like, wait. Yeah, look. Okay, we're good, yeah. Like right there, I just started in like second or third gear. I think that was second. And yeah, you can do that with the clutch, but with the Rekluse, man, woo-wee. The thing that I not worry about with Alexis with the Rekluse is just the fact that she'll get a little bit too comfortable with it. I don't want that to be the case, so I'm just encouraging her to ride the KX100 just like a normal KX100, but just have that added benefit of having a hard time stalling it. This bike is dialed. Not a huge fan of the handlebars, it's just different. It's just different, hopping back to back. KTM's set up a little bit bigger for standing for me personally. Woo, floating this trail. Dude, this is a really nice bike. Woo! The get up and go now. Oh, that Rekluse. Woo! That was scary for a second. I relied on the engine braking and it wasn't there. But in order to re-engage it, all you gotta do is give it a little blip of the throttle. suspension's nice. Chasing down a YZ450FX right now.
Well, that was my first ride on the Uncorked 250X. I gotta say, this bike is super nice and I really enjoy riding it. Huge shout out to my brother Sick of Ohio for letting me rip this thing, and congrats to him for hitting 500 subs. So his channel will be linked down in the description below. Make sure to check him out. But I hope you enjoy the rest of the ride, and I made sure to include some clips of Alexis, so I'm sure you'll hear from her here in a bit.
Yeah.
He was killing it.
Yeah, dude.
Right behind you guys.
That's awesome, man.
There you go.
It's one hell of a bike, right? I got a lot of good things to say about it, too. That's a fun jump.
Guys, it's Alexis here, and I hope you have enjoyed watching this video so far. This is my pretty much first time on the KX. I rode it for about 30 seconds the day before this when we got it, so this is my first experience for trail riding it. Woo! So first impressions, I absolutely love this bike. It has a lot of power to it, but the biggest difference I notice is that it feels extremely light. Dude, you're killing it!
Oh yeah, this is fun!
You're sticking right up with them!
It's powerful! Holy shit, I like the two-stroke.
You're keeping right up with them!
Alright. Dude, this thing is like dangerous how fast it is.
Yeah, I bet. And I know it is a similar weight as my 150 RB. It is about 20 pounds lighter, give or take, and I noticed that incredibly. Gosh, there's so many leaves in your face.
Out here in the YZ450FX, man, this thing just explodes with power.
Dude, I'm not used to this anymore.
Yeah.
It's so different, dude. No engine braking.
Nah.
I was like, I'm getting the feel for that.
Yeah.
Now I'm back on a two-stroke.
You gotta lug that thing, man. Just go slow, dude. It'll tractor up anything. This thing's explosive. This thing will wear you out, man. Get me back on the KTM. That's what I'm saying right now. Oh man, I got a limb to the face. Should have my goggles on. Probably like a poison sumac tree or something.
Right.
Dude, just swap me out. You'll like it. Flame out.
Alright, Jamie, you ready?
Yeah, let's go. I like it, man. It feels very planted.
You tell a difference from what you remember?
Yeah. It feels more planted to me, but it's definitely shorter. Have fun, man.
Yeah, a lot of tight.
Oh, fuck. These roots, man. Yeah, sorry. Woo, you did good though. That was not easy. I definitely treat the Rekluse clutch just as a normal clutch, but it has saved me in many instances of not stalling, and that is very, very nice. I was in my head that I wouldn't like it, but if you are cautious about it, I probably should have had my goggles down, and know what you're doing, it is absolutely should be used to your advantage. I also enjoy standing up on this bike a lot more. I'm not entirely sure why. It could be that I'm just a little bit more comfortable with standing up. Woo! But I definitely look forward to some upgrades. So I need some risers, I need a skid plate, possibly a radiator guard, more things like that, safety features, because I'm sure I'll be wrecking this eventually after I get a little bit more comfortable and I attempt those hill climbs. Yeah, I just could have sworn that stick was gonna send me flying. I always wondered how my brother rides. I'm never behind him. Well, thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys continue to watch as I gain some confidence on this bike. Definitely have a long way to go. I'm still getting familiar with all the aspects of a two-stroke and how to ride it. So stay tuned, and thank you for watching. blew up. Marlo, I guess his bike, something happened with his bike.